Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You know, here at Foul Pole to Foul Pole and Black Diamond Fitness, we talk about a lot of different things, and I try to hit you from a lot of different angles so you guys know a lot of where I'm coming from. You know, a lot about me and my personal experiences and stuff like that. So I do want to get into positive self-talk today. I do want to get into that coach and parent relationship because I'm sure you guys had some good times and I'm sure you guys had some bad times this year when it comes to that relationship that you have with your coaches and with your parents. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And then we'll get into some other stuff. I kind of want to highlight what I've been doing within the Firecrackers organization. I want to talk a little bit about my team and just, you know, answer your questions. So if you have questions and stuff like that, and you're over on the YouTube side and you're checking us out live, please drop a question, drop a comment, drop something. Let me know sort of where you're from, where you're at in the game, whether you are recruiting or you are coaching or, you know, wherever you may be. So just let me know what you got going on, and you know, I'll get to your questions as soon as I can. So when we talk about positive self-talk, first and foremost, what is positive self-talk? Well, it is the opposite of negative self-talk, for lack of a better word. I mean, we all do it. We all do the negative self-talk, and it's common. It's normal. It's a part of life. You know, I can't do this, or I'm going to screw up, or whatever. We all do the same stuff. But if we could flip that and help our athletes flip that and go, hey, you do have this. You know, I have this. I got this. I've prepared for this. This is my moment. This is what I'm doing. You know, it can work wonders. If you guys have checked out the brand new blog post that I've been doing now, I've got a brand new website, Foul Pole to Foul Pole. It's ran by Wix site. So, I mean, it's a very low end website, and it's really just somewhere I can express my thoughts and stuff in blog form. So I did talk a little bit about that positive self-talk, and I've talked to Valerie Austin, who is an accomplished author, and I've had her on the podcast before, and we have a brand new episode coming out tomorrow on the podcast, and she talks a lot about positive self-talk and a lot of different things too, but I did want to kind of focus on the positive self-talk and kind of how we can help our athletes just in that moment. And whether it's at practice, whether it's at school, it doesn't really matter where you're at. You can always use some good positive self-feedback and learn it from your experiences and talking about your experiences to yourself. So you get put in a situation to where, you know, you got the game-winning run standing at third base. Here you are at the plate, and here's your opportunity to do a job. You know, hey, here's your job. You got to score this run. You're going to be nervous. You're going to have some stage fright. You could be the one that's looking for that moment, and I get that completely. I understand that. But then there's those other ones that don't necessarily live for that moment, and nervous. They get, shook up a little bit. Well, if you can remind yourself in just a brief couple of seconds, maybe it's go walk into the on deck circle or walk into the batter's box and say, hey, here's my chance. Here's my opportunity. I've put the work in. I've done this. I hit 100 balls a day or whatever you do, whatever is something that is absolutely tangible and real to you, to where you can tell yourself, I got this. I know what I'm doing. Anything can be positive self-talk and anything can be negative self-talk. But talking to yourself in a way to where you're not beating yourself up like, oh, man, there's no way I can do this. Oh, man, this girl is so good. This girl has struck me out every time we've played. If you can flip that and go, hey, this could be the chance. This could be the time that I do get to her. Or I could be the hero. Or I've been waiting for this. Even if you have to convince yourself that you can do this, convince yourself that you can do this. Don't beat yourself up. And more importantly, than positive self-talk is getting rid of negative self-talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't beat yourself up. Don't talk yourself out of a situation before you ever get there. And now that could be, in the classroom taking a test, like, oh man, I'm going to flunk this. Or you're going into a tryout and it's like, these girls are way too good. I can't make this team. Or, at a tournament or wherever, or going for a job. I mean, think about it outside of the game of softball. Give yourself some analogies, use some analogies to where you can actually help yourself in that moment. And then build on that too. I allow that to be your confidence. I talk a lot about confidence and a lot about different things surrounding that word confidence. And then of course there's success, and then there's failure, and then there's results, and then there's preparation. There's a whole lot of things that go into that word confidence, but I'm not a results driven guy when it comes to confidence. I like my athletes to rely more on their preparation, because really there's not a whole lot we can control in this world. We can control ourselves to a certain extent. And then of course we can control our attitude, and we can control our effort. And attitude and effort go hand in hand. If you got a piss poor attitude, you're probably not going to give out too much effort. And then on the flip side of that, like if you're not putting out, chances are your attitude's not the greatest. So look at it from that perspective. If you are focusing on your positive self-talk, attitude's probably going to be pretty good. And then your effort's probably going to be pretty good. But if we're locking in on some negative stuff, like I ain't got this, whatever, I'm just going through the motions, you're not going to have the greatest attitude, and you're definitely not going to be putting in your maximum effort. And when we talk about maximum effort, only if you're putting out 100%. You know what I mean? Now, coaches and other players and stuff can sort of get a read on you, and they could have, be around you for a couple of years or a couple of seasons or whatever, and they've seen you at a high level, and then they've seen it when things maybe not go your way, and you may have let off the gas a little bit, and I get that. But so when it comes to that effort level, only if you're putting out. Like if we're running sprints at the end of practice, if you're taking off a little bit, and then you get to go home with that, whether you max everything you could, and you gave your all, or you go home with I didn't give my all. I took off of it, and I hate using that word regret, but we all have it, and I hope you guys don't have it. I want you to move away from that regret. I hate it because we all go through it. And I'm human too, so I wish I could go back, 25 years ago and give maximum effort every single day, every single rep or whatever. But we're human. But try to minimize the times where you back off. So positive self-talk could be somewhere you start from. You know what I mean? Like, hey, just finished up my fall ball season, and I'm going to make an actual real effort at talking to myself in a positive way. Now, it could be in the moment. It could be an after action thing. It could be a pre-action thing. There's a lot of different times that you could use that positive self-talk. So if you want more information about that and get into someone that actually knows the science behind it, that's actually trained in it, check out Valerie Austin. You can go to vaustincoaching.com. Check her out on Facebook. Just type in Valerie Austin Coaching. You can find her. I will make sure you'll see my stuff when the podcast goes out. You'll be able to get her information. But check her out. Does a really good job in the mental side of sports, and she's also a Division I athlete, so she's played a game at a high level, and now she works not too far from me. We're both on the East Coast, so we like to chat it up, and we talk about the same thing. She's much more accomplished than I am, and probably I'll ever be when it comes to helping not only athletes but people overcome some mental barriers. So check her out, Valerie Austin. Awesome person, awesome athlete, just awesome, mental trainer for sure. Help you with your mental toughness. So
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With that, we'll pivot over to talking a little bit about the parent-coach relationship. And this is a good time to do that. It's sort of, again, the fall season is wrapping up for most. If they're not done yet, might have one or two tournaments. And good luck to you guys in those tournaments. But this is a time for you to assess either as a parent or as a coach. Just kind of see where you're at and look back on the relationships that you built, some relationships that you could have done better with. And so talking to it from both sides of the coin here, because I've been on both sides of it. Speaking at it from a parent's point of view, we want coaches that are completely transparent. And we wish we had all their information. We wish it was an open dialogue and that kind of stuff. And a lot of coaches do have that. But at the end of the day, as parents, we got to understand that we have entrusted them with our daughters to coach them and to lead them and to put their best effort into helping our daughter develop as a ball player, and of course, but also to help them develop as a human and teach them life skills and stuff like that, or at least give them some examples, or at least sort of shape, be a part of the shape of their future. You definitely don't want to discredit anything they've done in the past or any coaches that they've had in the past, and you want to help build upon what they've done. So coaches interacting with parents, give them some leash to help lead. You know what I mean? To teach. You do it with your teachers. You do it with your guidance counselors. You do it with bosses and stuff like that. So do that with coaches as well. A lot of coaches have that 24 to 48 hour rule. If you have something that you don't necessarily like, or you might be upset about, or you may not understand, cool off before you jump into them, because 95% of the time, or maybe even more really, it could just be some miscommunication. And if you back out of it a little bit, then you can kind of talk about it when everything is kind of cooled off. If you have a disagreement with that coach. Most of the time you can just let it go and it'll work out on its own. From a coach's perspective, parents want to know as much information as they possibly can. They want to be in the circle. They want to be in the loop. They want to know. There's no reason to withhold information. There's no reason to be something that you're not. And what I mean by that is yeah, you're in that coach's role and you are the leader and your name's on the team and that kind of stuff. But that's about as far as it goes. You run it a certain way. If you're transparent as you can be in the very beginning of setting your standards, setting the culture, setting whatever name you want to give it. If you're consistent with it and you keep delivering the exact same message, and you have your same certain standard as far as coaching is concerned, then there's nothing for you to worry about. But if you have different relationships with different players and coaches and stuff like that, it could rub some people the wrong way. So just tread lightly with that. But try to be as transparent as you can when you're talking to your players and you're talking to your parents. Make it so that the information can't be misconstrued, because that's going to open you up to just maybe that parent is going to talk about you at the table and say, yeah, he or she's not really that good of a coach, or you're better than so-and-so, you should be playing, or maybe in the stands, or maybe, you get these different cliques with parents. We've all seen it. We've all been a part of it, where we just vibe better with other parents. And so we talk more with them, and then, you get to talking and you're disgruntled, you're this, you're that. Coaches, beware of that. Just know, I guarantee you parents are talking. Guarantee it. We all know it, coaches, parents, we know you're doing it. But at the end of the day, you've got you got some good coaches out there. So just be careful with what is said in circles, because parents, it's just like in the world, you don't know who hears you. You don't know who's letting other people know what you've said. And especially in this day and age with Game Changer, whatever is said is picked up by that microphone. So if you're sitting in the crowd and you're talking about, oh, we're done, this is crazy, then it's going to get picked up. And if the coach goes back and watches, or there could be people watching the game, there could be college scouts there. There's just a lot of different stuff going on. So it's better to just keep your mouth shut, wait till you can get that one-on-one time, and then talk to the coach. This notion that the sense of entitlement that we have nowadays is crazy. Coaches have this sense of entitlement, like their way is the only way and it's the right way. Parents have this sense of entitlement of, this is the position my kid has always played, that's the position she's going to play on your team, blah, blah, blah. It's nuts to me. I hear horror stories. I talk to different people, and, I've had my own experiences with it. So, parents, you may know a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but you don't know every bit of it that goes on behind the scenes. Give the coach benefit of the doubt. B, there's a good chunk of us out there as coaches that treat every player like they're their daughter, or treat every player as one. There's a lot of coaches, such as myself, that doesn't necessarily see faces in the game moment. We look at the jersey. We look at players in positions. At the end of the day, you want to win, and you've trusted a coach to make the decisions because you've been there. So if it's not your daughter, cheer the whole team on. And that's a lot of times what it is we get defensive almost. We become almost like lawnmower. My buddy Mandy Ball, a scout with NSR, says it best. Talking about, we have helicopter parents where we just hover too much and we try to dictate every little bitty thing. And then we also have lawnmower parents where we just mow everything down and try to make everything easy for our parents. So instead of letting your kid work through playing time, or letting your kid work through a position, or letting your kid have to feel some struggles or whatever, letting him work through it, we try to push everything down, and we think we're protecting them. We think that we're helping them, but we're not. It's actually the opposite of that. So, help them grow a backbone. help them bow their neck a little bit, help them get their head off the mat, and let them become humans, let them become strong. And that's what, as coaches, that's what we're trying to do. But parents, try to stay out of the way of that. You've done a great job raising them, and you've also got them involved in some type of sport, some type of athletic event. So, let your kids be coached. That's the thing. And if you're an assistant coach and, you're running down the head coach for whatever reason, to other coaches, it's not a good look. You're going to embarrass yourself when it comes to just not knowing. And especially like if you're half in, half out, like you're not in meetings, you show up late to practices, you miss practices, you show up late to tournaments. Like if you're like half in, half out, and but you still, want to be heavily involved when you're there, like when it's convenient for you and you want to be there. That's again not a good look. It doesn't hold a whole lot of weight. And two, like if you have an issue, go talk to the coach that you have an issue with. It's just like when we're playing a game, the umpires tell at the plate meeting. It's like if you have a disagreement, or if you want to challenge a call, if you want to, get an explanation, you call time and you go talk to that umpire that made that call. Like you don't go to somebody in the stands and say, "Hey, what did you see?" It's just it happens. So go talk to whoever made that call. But I guarantee you're going to get further down the road in this game of softball if you allow the player to have the communication with the coach. Because if the parent goes and talks to the coach, you're really overstepping your kid, and you're saying, "Hey, she can't handle this situation. I got to do it." And imagine trying to do this when you get to that college level. If you're one of the lucky ones, the talented ones that can go play at that next level, they're going to deal with animosity because they're going to go into it as freshmen playing behind some seniors and some juniors and some sophomores and some freshmen that are ahead of them for whatever reason. And you have an issue with their playing time. I mean, you're going on a roster with like 25 players. You're one of 25. I mean, that's a tough road to hoe there. So if you're going to go into it, and you're dealing with not allowing your kid to sit the bench or don't like their position or whatever, listen, yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall when you go in there and try to talk to the coach of an athletic institute like a university or something like that. Because you're going to embarrass your daughter. And you embarrass your daughter nowadays. If you do it in high school, you embarrass your daughter in front of your travel ball team or your school ball team or rec ball team or whatever. Like, allow your kid to do it. Allow your kid to take over that. So, that's pretty much it for me on the parent coach relationship. Just be human beings, be respectful. And, just because you want something doesn't mean you're going to get it. All right. I guarantee you that player and that coach have had a conversation of how things are going and the team dynamic and what's going on. So if you overstep that boundary, it's just not good. So, allow your kids to be coached. At the end of the day, that's the message. Let your kids be coached. You know what I mean? Take some burden off yourself. Sit back, be a fan. Coach, coaches coach, parents cheer. That's it. Go to the ball game and cheer. That's the, it's going to be over with quick. So that should be your focus. Cheer on the coach, cheer on the team, cheer on the players, cheer on the whole unit. Don't nitpick every single decision, because what you could do is go coach, go make those decisions. You can, go be an umpire, go coach, go do something like that. If you want to make those decisions, if you want to break down, we should bunt here. Why is she pitching? Why is she playing third? Why isn't my kid this? Go start a team, put your kid on the team, and go for it. Because I guarantee you, there is so much more involved in coaching than making sure your individual daughter gets the maximum playing time. All right? So that's it on the relationship between coaches and parents. At the end of the day, it's all about developing and talking about developing great human beings in this society and in this world. So,
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Today is Thanksgiving. We are shooting this episode and putting this out on Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys have a safe holiday. I hope you guys give thanks. I hope you guys are thankful for your blessings. It's a wonderful holiday to bring families and stuff together if you're able to get to it. It's a wonderful holiday. It's a wonderful time of year for us to sort of reflect on the previous year and what we are thankful for. There's a lot to be thankful for in this world. I know it is a crazy crazy world we live in today. But hopefully you've got some good friends. Hopefully you got some good family members. Hopefully you got, something to be thankful for this year. And at the end of the day, be thankful that the good Lord woke you up this morning. And hopefully the sun is shining. If it's not shining where you're at, it's shining somewhere. So be thankful for everything you got and continue to work your butt off and work hard. And, just try to take care of each other as best you can. People are thankful for who you are. People are thankful for you and thankful for what you do. And I know you're thankful for those in this world too. So, here at Black Diamond Softball and Fitness and Foul Pole to Foul Pole, I am thankful for a tremendous amount of things. From you guys tuning in and listening and sharing and being a part of the Foul Pole to Foul Pole family, on the podcast side of things, on the Black Diamond side of things, the families and the interactions and the athletes and the parents and everybody I get to talk to and work with on a daily basis. I have such a great group, a great network of people that I truly love and I care about. And it has been an awesome experience for me, and I can't wait to see what's next for Black Diamond or Foul Pole to Foul Pole. And with the organization, Firecrackers, that I'm coaching in, such a great organization, such a great group of people, from the players to the coaches to the staff in the head shed that keep this organization running. Whether it's the girls in the office, just pretty much everything that the Firecrackers offer. I'm so blessed and so thankful that I'm a part of it. Anytime there's an issue, if you need something or if you got a question, there's always someone there to help you out. We work together within the organization. We got a bunch of different teams. I think we're up to like 240, maybe something like that across the country. Not extremely big, but big enough to where we can bounce our ideas off each other. Extremely thankful for my mentors that are out there. There's a lot of them. I don't want to mention anybody because I don't want to leave anybody out. So, I will. I'll say Coach Tony Rico. Just everything that he does for the Firecrackers organization. I will mention his name, but it's just a wonderful opportunity for myself and for my family and for my players and the parents. So huge shout out to Tony and the organization. It's really, I stopped coaching for a while because I just didn't want to deal with parents. I didn't want to deal. And I'm sure coaches, we've all dealt with just, you know what? It's just not worth it. Because the sacrifices that we put into it, and you just get beat down because they don't understand. They don't realize everything that you put into it. They just look at their one child, and rightfully so. But my kids got into the Firecrackers organization. I started working with the local ones around here. And then I started talking and with the organization, and there was a need for it, and a need for the age group, the team that I'm coaching. And it's like, hey, let's go do it. They backed me 100% and given me everything I could dream of. So it's an asset to have them in my corner. So my family and friends, I thank you for the support. About this time last year was when my mom got sick, and so we lost her last year, New Year's Day. So this is, I was talking to the wife. I was talking to the wife last night, and now she's got a ton of my mother's recipes, whether my mother written them. Let's say were handwritten from my mom and given to her, or it's over the phone and the wife wrote them down, or they sat at the kitchen table and they hammered out some recipes. We have the holiday recipes and stuff like that. Here, we got some traditional food that my mom would always cook, and she treated my wife like she was a daughter. They were incredibly close. So last night we were sitting around and we were talking, and I had mentioned to her, I said, you know what? I'm not going to be able to call mom and ask her about this recipe or that recipe. So it was sort of a lighthearted moment, but I miss my mom, especially around the holidays and stuff like that, because you just want to give them a call, or you just want to see them or hug their neck or whatever. So holidays are still rough. I mean, it's definitely fresh. So for you guys that know me, I'm a family guy. So I miss her, and the office that I'm sitting in when I shoot these podcasts and stuff like that, I was building it last year about in December. I think we had the idea just after Thanksgiving to go ahead and build a studio, build an office. And so I built this, and she never got a chance to see it. But when I sit in here, it's weird. It's like she's in here with me, and I got some of her stuff and in here too. But so it's weird. Like I said, she never saw it, but I feel like she's in here. But I hope you guys, if you're missing your loved ones, if you lost some loved ones between now and last Thanksgiving, be thankful for the memories that you have with them, and cherish the moments that you have with the family members that are still here. So if you can get together with someone, or you can make a phone call today, or if you can shoot somebody a text, let them know Happy Thanksgiving, and let them know you're thankful for whatever it is that you're thankful for. So with that, we will end today's Foul Pole to Foul Pole Live. We're going to be doing this in the future. I got to work out the kinks. These episodes will go to the podcast channels, whether you're getting it on Google, Amazon, Spotify, wherever. If you haven't subscribed yet to those platforms, please do so. At least they have different ways of doing it. You can subscribe and you'll get all the notifications, or you can just like the podcast or whatever. So anytime we post something, you'll get it. We also have the YouTube channel, the Foul Pole to Foul Pole YouTube channel. So if you're listening to it and you want to watch it, pick it up on your TV or your smartphone or whatever. It's Foul Pole to Foul Pole. We put out different stuff. We try to put any content that we make. We try to make it so that it can go across all the platforms, whether it's audio or the video. If you haven't had a chance yet to check out the blogs, the blog posts, there's a lot of different. There's not really a set message that I'm trying to portray in the blog post. It's just something that if I research something, or if I want to talk about something, I'll put it in blog form. I won't necessarily podcast about it or put an episode out, but it's out there too. So we have a lot of content. We're pushing out a lot of content. As always, we're looking for sponsorship ideas and opportunities. So if you have a company, or if you know someone that would like to jump on board, be a part of the Foul Pole to Foul Pole family, definitely shoot me an email or get up with me. But yeah, we try to do the best we can and putting out as much information as we can. So if you've wrapped up your season, I hope you had a great season. I hope you had a great experience. If you're close to wrapping up your season, good luck. Last couple of tournaments that you've got. Take some downtime, recover, sort of assess where you've been, and set some goals. Make sure let's focus on positive self-talk versus negative self-talk. Parents, coaches, try to come together on an understanding. Be as transparent as you can. That's the main thing. Be as transparent as you can. And be as honest as you can. Be a human being. Don't be some entitled prick thinking that you know best, because we need each other. All right. If it weren't for coaches, we wouldn't be playing. If it wasn't for parents, there would be no players playing. So let's treat each other with kindness and be thankful, especially today. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hope you have a great holiday, and I hope the holiday season is a wonderful time of year for you guys. If you know someone that maybe hasn't found the website or hasn't found the YouTube channel or the podcast, please let them know we're out there. We're doing our thing. We got some good messages and stuff, and try to share this stuff with them. Send them a link, do whatever. And you too, if you haven't subscribed yet, you've been watching, but you haven't subscribed, it doesn't cost you anything on the YouTube side. Just hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on so that when I do post, you'll get it. You don't have to watch it right away. At least you'll know that it's there. But yeah, share this stuff. And when you do, you tell them you love them.